Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch or would like to purchase at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Selfwinding 37mm Royal Oak on stainless steel with a gray dial. Reference 15550ST.OO.1356ST.03. I'll tell you a little bit about the history of this watch, then I'll tell you about where it stands in the lineup of other similar Royal Oaks, then I'll tell you about the case, bezel, dial, bracelet movement, finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start with just a little history. That the Royal Oak came out in 1972. That's more than 50 years ago. They've since gone on to make many variations of it. And in 2022, which is the 50th anniversary of the Royal Oak, AP not completely redesigned it, but they did redesign every part of it. It still looks just like it did before. It's just all upgraded, and we're going to go through and show you which parts are updated from the previous generation. Basically everything, but it still all looks exactly like the previous generation and how it was 50 years ago. Okay, with that said, that brings us to the next point of this talk, which is where does this watch stand in the lineup? Well, this watch is 37mm. That is either a men's small or a women's large. So women can wear it in either size 34 or 37 if you want an automatic movement, or 38, I guess, if you want a chronograph. And men can wear it in size 37 or 41. And so some men have smaller wrists. They like to wear a 37, which is actually a wise decision. Now, this one can be worn by a man or a woman because it's a unisex size of 37mm. It's actually quite a perfect size, actually, if you ask me. And so, yeah, there you have it. And how do you break it down from here? Well, the 37mm, they don't make any 37. Actually, I take it back. I was going to say they don't make any 37s with complications, but now I think they just recently did, which is like they have a tourbillon now. They have an open work. They don't have a chrono, but they have a chrono in 38, which is not much bigger. But yeah, they sort of break it down by complication, I guess you could say, and they also break it down by material. They make this in steel and gold, frosted gold, so on and so forth. A lot of different variations of it. Okay, anyways, this is a very basic version of it, but that's not a bad thing. Even a basic Royal Oak is pretty awesome. Okay, all right, so let's start talking about the watch itself. Now, this watch came out as a 50th anniversary, so it has one slight thing different, which I'll tell you later in the video. But after that, every year thereafter, after 22, 23, 24, 25, they all still look the same except for just one minor thing on the movement. Okay. All right, with that said, let's talk about the case. Now, the case here is going to be 37mm, as I've told you, and it has a thickness, a very nice thickness, actually, of only 9mm. So it's quite thin, and it's only 39mm. The important number to look at, however, is the lug to lug. That means going from the top of the lug to the bottom of the lug, and that actually is 46mm. So, but by the way, it's still not a small watch. If you include it to the end link to the point that where the bracelet touches, that is 52mm actually. So that actually ends up being still kind of large. But the head of it, where this starts to slope downward at a 45-degree angle, that's still going to be 46mm. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, with that said, it's going to fit most people. Most guys with, I say, a wrist size smaller than 7 inches is going to it's going to look great. And I'd say women with a wrist size of, I would say 6 inches or larger would probably be okay to wear this one. Okay, now the case is, it's actually a little bit different from before. I believe the beveled edges here are a little bit thicker than they were before. The older version, the edges did not have such a pronounced beveled edge, which brings me to my next point of the talk, which is the bezel. The bezel here is actually the same as before. It's a satin finish top with beveled edge sides, very nicely done. It's actually the iconic part of Audemars Piguet. And then you have the dial here, which is quite special from before. And what is special about it? Well, it still uses the same grand tapisserie pattern It's done in gray. And instead of having the AP logo and the words written out, now they just emboss the words in white gold and write the entire word out, Audemars Piguet. Now it might seem kind of small, but actually it makes the watch look very clean. And I really like that they took the care to, instead of writing their name in print like other companies such as Patek Philippe, they took the effort to fashion it in white gold, engrave it, or not engrave it, but emboss it on top of it, and that really looks very high class. And the hour markers and hands are also very legible. You can see them under light, so that's a good thing. And that's how it looks after 2022. And then you have the date at the 3 o'clock position. Quite a nice way to display the watch, if you ask me. Okay, now let's look at the bracelet here. The bracelet actually also is updated from the previous generation. This is a 1356 bracelet. The old bracelet was a 1256. Now, it doesn't seem like much, but if you hold them side by side, the old bracelet is thicker. And the new, which made it a little bit clunky. The new bracelet is thinner, and it has more of a taper, so it actually wears smaller than before. So in other words, it feels more ergonomically fit to your wrist, and it feels thinner, so it doesn't feel so clunky. And yeah, it really makes a difference. So that is another thing they changed. Now finally, the movement, they went for an in-house movement, and it's a caliber 5900, and this one has the 50-year oscillating weight. The rotor is in 50th, and that's because it is the 50th, but the 22, 23, 24, 25 do not have the 50-year. They just have regular AP, and both are cool. Probably over time, the 50th will demand a little bit more money, but not right now because it's only the 53rd year now. Maybe, I don't know, in 10 plus years when these become a little bit more rare, but who knows. At any rate, if you want to buy either of them, of course, you can go to jazztime.com and we can sell it to you there. But yeah, so let's, enough about the movement though, because it has 60-hour power reserve. Okay, time to try this watch on my wrist and give my thoughts. I'm a big fan of the AP. I think it's just a great watch. I think they do a great job making sports watches. I don't think anyone else can do a sports watch quite like AP, and they really blur the line between luxury sports with the Royal Oak, and it was a pioneer. So you're buying a lot of history. It's a great looking watch no matter what, and you know that it will continue to do well because it's already been out for 50 plus years and it's been doing so well. And it holds amazing value. In fact, the retail price on this watch is around $28,000 right now, as of 25, I think. But I think it was even less than that before. So it's just a watch that really holds value. Actually, even goes up in value. Almost all Royal Oaks are doing that, but just the Royal Oaks, not the codes or the offshores. Okay, so with that said, yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up. And if you want to buy it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.